Everybody, it's What the Bug. Cool. Probably should stop my song from playing. I hope everybody's feeling all right today. I'm already been live on TikTok for a while. If you guys want to see my beautiful face, you guys can go up right on over to TikTok. You guys can do all the things, but welcome in everybody that's here. What's up, Zen? What's up, Jesse? Yeah. Okay, cool. Days off are great. That's exactly what we're enjoying. All right, let's see. Let's turn this guy on because that's awesome. Hey, Chris, what's going on? Hey, Chris, I'm also live over on YouTube. Make your decisions if you want. But yeah, I've been live over on TikTok, guys, for a little bit now. And then I was like, you know what? We started talking about some random things. Now we're talking about pickles, but that's so beyond the point. What's up? Sorry, how's it going? No, pickles are good. The pickles are good. So guys, what I'm gonna do is right now I have my headphone in for TikTok. I'm gonna take the YouTube. I'm gonna take the TikTok headphone out so that when I have people up, because I have people on my panel, so I'm gonna allow you guys to do that. But I'm not gonna do that until I'm done talking, and then I'll allow them in. That's how this works. If anybody else wants to join, oh my god, I didn't even say. I'm sorry, guys. This was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. Mods, I know you guys are gonna be like, why didn't you tell us, Bug? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude. It's like I was supposed to go live. I said I was gonna go live at 1. I told them I'd let them all know. Well, it's now 2, and I didn't let anybody know. So there's that. Probably in trouble. That's fine. Sorry. But y'all know. Y'all already know. You never know. No notifications. I hate notifications. Those are the worst things in the world. And then I open everything and I'm like, God, why didn't I see anybody's messages? Damn. I had no notifications on. It's my own problem that I can't fix. Yes. Yeah, Chris. Chris is awesome. All right, I just sent the thing. Yep, there she goes. All right. All right, so today we're talking about more true crime stuff, obviously, and cults, which is still true crime. But we started talking about cults over here on TikTok. And we're like, you know what, dude? Let's do it. And I was like, you guys want to talk about that? They're like, hell yeah. And look, guys, sometimes I'll go live on TikTok just because TikTok doesn't have the same type of, I would say, pressure as because you can just get on TikTok and talk about whatever. Although we do that here sometimes, it's still a different format. It's still different. Although I got to be on camera on the other one, I can still just bojangle because I don't have to talk the whole time because you guys can see my face. So I can just make a face instead of explaining things thoroughly. Just be like, that's self-explanatory. That face said it all. more cults be popping up, or are we just noticing it more? Yeah, well, I think the cults are being exposed in a different way because now we have more we can cameras. Yo, Jesse, I'm gonna bring you up in just a minute. All right, guys. I'm gonna open the chat up. Once I bring Jesse up, I'm gonna also take my headphone out, but I just want to get a couple things set up before I start doing that. Actually, fuck it. What am I doing? I'm gonna bring Jesse up, let Jesse say hi, and then I'm gonna take my headphone. I know. Oh, dude. I know. Y'all are gonna kill me. What's up, Jeff? Big shout out to my big wrenches, Chris, Jeff, Jenica, Crystal, and also Casey. So guys, I'm just merging all of the platforms. It's just gonna be easier for me to just talk. Just know from now on that, guys, when I'm live on YouTube, more than likely I'm also live on TikTok. And TikTok, sometimes you guys will already know, because sometimes stuff will start and I'll let you guys know, but you guys can see me. There's a difference here. All right, Jesse, what's up, Jess? How's it going today?
Hi, my Wi-Fi is finally freaking fixed.
Good.
It went out not last night, but the night before in the middle of the night, and it took them a whole fucking day to come over and fix it. And now AC is working, so they are.
Oop, I'm sorry, I accidentally muted you. I didn't mean to do that. My bad.
It's all right.
My bad. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to hit the thing, but
You know, Morbid's going live tonight because
yes, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing, but it's not that I don't wanna be there, guys. It has nothing to do with the fact that I don't wanna be there. I want nothing more than to be there. I'm just unavailable right now. My schedule's changing a little bit, and it sucks.
What
Thanks for the
about?
gift,
Oh
though.
my gosh, I think a Dreamcrack Corner is gonna be on the live.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. So,
That's what I'm
okay, so now
hearing. What is she gonna? I don't think she's gonna back out because I think she's scared. But we'll gotta see.
Damn it. Sorry, guys, I got a text message. Okay, my bad. I'm so sorry. What do I need to do? Oh my god. I hate when I text and then it opens it up like that. That's so dumb. All right, so now I've taken my headphone out. So now you guys are now intertwined. TikTok and YouTube, you guys panels can talk to one another now. And oh, that's why I looked at this up. Yeah, so on TikTok, guys, I have the Dank, Harley Quinn, and Casey May over here. Sorry, go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, groovy. So that's working good.
I heard Jessie over there. Can she hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but just very barely. I can't.
Hi,
I can hear you, but it's just like kind of soft. I can't really hear you, but
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get the volume up over here. Sorry, because I gotta be able to have my mic. So how do I sound, guys? If I put this right here, how do I sound?
You sound
You
good.
sound
Yeah, you sound
all right.
All right, but you guys can still hear each other though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I know you guys can hear me, so I just basically made an adjustment so that I can leave that over there. And then I'm setting up the other thing. So we're gonna finish Jennifer Pan. Hello Starlight's live, and I was gonna go over there, but then I was like, you know what? I'm already live over here, so I'm just gonna continue and just keep it going. So, I know she's got some peeps. She's got Nicole over there. What are they talking about?
Dee Blanchard.
Yeah, I see it. I was just joking.
Wait, I think she was going to be talking about
she's got it. She's got it. Yeah, she's got a DD discussion. That's cool. Dude, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, Chris is like, David. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, my mods are like, why, Bug? Why do you do this to us? I'm sorry. I'm the worst.
We love you.
I'm the worst, dude. I'm like literally the worst. But yes, Chris, we love you, man. Come on, dude. All right, I'm gonna turn this around and start doing this. Let's just get right into it because I want to get to the cult stuff because it's like on my mind. But I want to finish Jen. We're not gonna go through her whole thing. I'm gonna skip around a little bit because now we're talking about the bullshit. So if you guys remember, Jennifer, they had the first thing, and now they got her. So she came in, she did an interview. Now she's been sworn in, so now she's under oath, and she's slipping and tripping all the way up. So we've already talked about like her hands being bound, which is just like, oh my god. But all right.
Now, can we do a recap? Who is Jen Pan?
Jennifer Pan, so she's a Canadian, and at the time she's like 20. I think she's 28 when this happened, and so she basically made a plan for her boyfriend and like a couple of his friends to murder her parents. And then she was acting like they broke into the house, blah blah blah, and that
Right.
she's innocent, knows nothing about it. And then
Right,
what
yeah.
ends up happening? Yeah, and then what ends up happening is her dad doesn't end up they don't succeed, so she's saying she's tied up, and then they're bringing her. She doesn't have a scratch on her or whatever, so basically she was the mastermind in her mother's unaliving. Yeah, her mother's unaliving and her father's attempt. But the thing is, he told them everything, so they already knew. So what they did was they brought her in for her interview, and then they swore her in. And so now she's like slipping and tripping. So that's where we're at right now. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for all the likes, shares, follows. If you don't mind liking, sharing, following, subscribing, that would be awesome. You guys are amazing. It is an open panel on both sides, guys. I do have 2 boxes. So if you guys are on either panel, you guys can jump on either platform to join those panels. But just be aware that there's just multiple platforms talking. So guys, it might be a little softer when the TikTok people are talking because I have them picked up on a different microphone for the time being. So.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading something. All right.
Yeah, I know we went over that back and forth. We don't know how. So somehow they got into your house by getting through your mom down on the lower level, right? Because she's the only one who's down there.
She was the only one down there.
So it's very confusing. Generally, random events are not, in most cases, random. There's a rhyme or reason why they've come to your house. But from what you've told me inside the house, the only thing that you hear them saying to you is they're looking for money. They're not looking for a specific quantity of money?
No.
So you're telling me that you had no involvement in what happened, meaning not saying how the outcome came, but you had no involvement in any type of illegal activity that would have drawn you or the attention of you to have bad people come to your house looking for large sums of money. You're not involved in this any which way. Because the question...
So you guys, I just want to let you guys know, for those of you that don't know much about Jennifer Pan, which is why I like to bring these different people, whether they're popular or not, to light. Jennifer Pan was also, her parents had a safe in their house that had a lot of money in it. You may have a little crush on Bug. That's all right. A lot of people crush Bugs. They do that. Do. Make sure you're subscribed. Yes, please do. I can't remember. I'm thinking it was like $10,000. Is that what I said yesterday? Or it was 2 days ago I went live. Oh my god, you guys are so stupid. All right, I'm turning this camera on. Y'all are dumb. I love you guys. $15,000. It was $15,000. Thank you, Chris. Always coming in clutch.
Obviously stands, Jennifer, is you're upstairs and they're downstairs.
No.
Right? So it's a natural concern why would they leave you alone? Why would they not do the same to you? You can't answer that question?
The only thing I can say is he said I cooperated. But I asked him to take me.
The number one guy said you cooperated. Okay. Who's to say this whole thing isn't a lie? That what you're telling me is a lie? Because if you are lying, it's the most cold-blooded thing that I've ever faced in my life. There is nothing that you've said to me today is a lie. Now, back to another very difficult question.
That's something you want to say, Casey?
No, this girl is crazy. Look at her. She's such a good actress.
she's like with her face, and then she's got her hand over her chest, like she's like really out
Like,
here.
when you cry, do you like put your hand on your chest?
Like, yeah, dude, it's like totally it's so acted out. She's trying though. She is trying. I'll give her.
But if I don't ask it, I'm going to be. It's an obvious one. The resentment that you may have had towards your parents for the interference in your relationship and your life, and essentially locking you down in your house.
At the end of the day, I love my parents and I chose to be with them. And if I wanted to, I could have just left, but I didn't. I wanted to stay with them and take care of them.
So this wasn't some evil plot that you thought up to.
Oh my God, no.
No interaction, no belief, no, you didn't have anything to do with this thing at all whatsoever. You don't engage in illegal activity?
No.
Because you know that it'll be very easy. It will be a very easy thing to discredit you on, right? We're in the process of trying to add credibility to what you tell us, and that's through the process of asking people and doing whatever. Through that same process, it will be very easy to find the flaws in what you've said, which again then turns the focus back to you. Okay?
I don't.
It's a natural progress. It's a natural thing that investigators do. We eliminate people, or we draw our attention to them. It's a natural thing. It's not brain surgery. Okay?
The detective leaves the room for 20 minutes to allow Jennifer to stew in her own thoughts before they end the statement. He comes back to add one last bit of psychological pressure that he carefully disguises as reassurance. Jennifer will leave terrified, but still believe the police are on her side.
Okay, we're done, essentially. How are you feeling?
Sorry, you really scared me.
Did I? What'd I scare you about? Sit down and take a load off. Tell me how you're feeling and how I scared you. I don't want you walking away from here thinking I'm evil. I want you to walking around from here thinking that this guy is helping investigate my mom's murder, and he's going to turn over every stone possible to make sure that we catch the people who do that. That's what I want you feeling. So I don't want you walking away from here thinking that I scared you, or I'm a bad man. Sometimes we have to ask very, very difficult questions, but it's my job. Okay? You're our only link. You're it. Until your dad is back and being able to be spoken to, right now you're our only link to this case.
Her father had bullet fragments lodged in his face that doctors couldn't remove, and a shattered neck bone. At the time of this interview, the consensus was that if he did regain consciousness, he would be useless as a witness due to irreversible brain damage.
So we may rely on you heavily until we can speak to your father.
So this was kind of something that I had said yesterday, and I was like, wait, because I was like, I couldn't remember exactly. I obviously his injuries were extensive, but so that kind of answers like, when did they talk to him, like blah blah. Anyway, I just wanted to say that there was somebody else said something. Oh, her blinking gives her away after she lies. Yeah, definitely, for sure. That's hardcore right there, like textbook 101 of the psychology, for sure. I mean, people blinking.
I noticed
She's
that too. So I was like, she's lying.
Yeah.
I knew she was lying. Because I know
Yeah.
I researched this case. Like, you're not gonna get away with it.
Yeah, well, they already know too much. Plus, the person that the attempt was made on is still alive. Also, she's self-soothing herself when she's got her hand up by her heart. She's self-soothing. You'll see a lot of times people will hug themselves, or they'll grab themselves, or they'll sit. They'll just self-soothing. They'll rub things, or But and then there's also the thing where the person was injured. So you'll see that she puts her hand up here, but then she starts like kind of wiping near here. And you heard where his injuries were. You see how she starts kind of messing around. Remember I was telling you guys that? Nicole Kessinger does the exact same thing. Nicole Kessinger starts messing with her neck when certain questions arise about how the girls and Shanann were murdered. So let's keep going.
Okay? So don't be afraid. If you've told the truth, the last thing you should be afraid of is anything. If you've told the truth and you've been truthful through this whole process, then you're helping. You're doing your part. Okay? And don't be afraid of me.
I'm just afraid because, you know, like, I know everything is just all pointing negatively right now, and I don't understand why. I feel that, like, the way you're speaking to me, it's kind of like,
Let's see. Why could people be thinking negatively right now? Is it maybe because there's a woman that is now unalived and a man that is in critical condition? I don't know. It sounds. Why is everyone thinking so negatively about this? I mean, come on, guys. Let's get real. I just got $15,000. Come on.
I know you said that you had to say those things, but it's here, and I've already said it to the special victims yesterday, but there's like ideas in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to say it out loud. But
ideas about speculation of what happened, how it happened. Unfortunately, at times some of us have to point the finger, seem like we're pointing the finger, and it really is just to provoke you to see what you're going to do, how you're going to respond. Okay? So it's only a question, and it's been answered. And if you've been truthful, okay, you have nothing to fear. Absolutely nothing. Okay?
Police kept Jennifer under close observation from this point forward. A surveillance detail was assigned to track her every movement, and she was even monitored at her mother's funeral 3 days later. According to reports, she was emotionless the majority of the time, only showing what appeared to be feigned grief at certain moments. She never shed a single tear, and kept her eyes to the floor or completely shut for the entirety of the service. Jennifer's father had in fact awoken from his induced coma the day prior, and miraculously seemed to remember everything from the
YouTube, I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. I think it's just Moose, but I just heard something. So I just needed to make sure it wasn't like an intruder coming to get me.
Night of the incident. He would give an official statement in secret on November 16th, and multiple parts of his story contradicted what Jennifer had told police. The most significant detail was that she was never tied up, but instead walking around freely and talking with the intruders as if they were friends. He actually spoke with Jennifer over the phone, but was informed by investigators to act amnesic and not to confront her, only to ask her if she thought her ex-boyfriend was behind it. She stated that she was almost certain he wasn't. The only issue with Hahn's statement was that he had suffered minor brain damage from the gunshot, which could be used by a defense team to refute his testimony in court, or even get it thrown out altogether. Furthermore, it was essentially his word against Jennifer's, and their turbulent relationship would also work greatly in the defense's favor. York Regional Police knew they needed a confession for the best possible chance at securing a conviction, so they assigned their most experienced investigator to conduct Jennifer's interrogation. She was called back into the Markham Police Station on the 22nd of November at 2:30 p.m., a week and a half after the incident took place.
So just for the record, it is the 22nd of November 2010. We're at the 5 District Station in the town of Markham. My computer right now says
word is spoken. The physical layout of the room is designed to accelerate the sense of discomfort and isolation, and it's...
So first of all, I want to just say, guys, we hit 26,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't think that if you had no part in it. Like, dude, what? And then over here, Sorry says, yeah. So yeah, the blink, and then not long pause, and then another blink. Yeah. And so they bring her back, obviously, to do a little bit more. And I like this because they're explaining. This is why I love this channel, guys, because they are explaining as to why they would set a room up like this and all that. So let's listen as to why they're doing that. I'm skipping around a little bit because we're not going to go the full what hour that's left on here, because we're gonna start talking about the other things. Do a little touch on the gypsy stuff, and then get on to the cults.
It's fascinating to observe how each interrogator has their own unique methods of setting the tone. Knowing how this interrogation plays out allows us to realize this detective's procedure. The considerable distance between him and the suspect will keep her relaxed enough to be influenced by phase 1. But this same distance will intensify the pressure once he eventually closes it during phase 2. You'll notice this detective is slow with his first strategy, but swift with the second. He takes his time in building trust and establishing rapport, yet once this initial connection is secured, the transition to aggression will be abrupt and ever increasing from that point forward. Jennifer takes a seat in the room 15 minutes since she was first informed of her rights. It's important to note that she is still free to leave at any time at this point. She is unknowingly a suspect, but not under arrest.
So just for the record, this room is being videotaped and audio taped, just like the other one, okay? And I'm just going to grab my chair from across the way, okay? Okay.
The detective goes through Jennifer's history of teaching piano and her earlier years of high-level figure skating, which was cut short due to injury.
If you didn't get injured, would you still be doing it? Yeah. Okay. So that's nice. And did you, as far as that, did you do like competition skating or? Okay. And how did you do with that?
I wasn't at the top of the pack, but just was in middle average.
Yeah, so that's good though. But you did actually enjoy it. It was more than just going for competition. You enjoyed actually.
Sandy over here on YouTube says that she has a TikTok and people are sending her money like crazy. And that goes exactly back to what we were saying right before. I don't even know if we were actually on. Was I live on YouTube when we were talking about that, guys? Right before I went live on YouTube, guys, I was talking about how we were talking about how all these different like serial schmurders and like all these huge criminals, you know, even if they're not serial schmurders and they just did one, they're like sexualized, you know. And we were talking about how it's just crazy. And okay, Jennifer Pan's not sexualized, but they're like, oh man, like how cool is that? And look, I know I was supposed to record my video today. All right, listen, I know I was, but I started talking on here while I was setting up and it just felt right. So I was like, let's just continue on. That's another reason why YouTube was just kind of like a spur of the moment thing. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys, because I really just planned on going live on TikTok and all that. All right, so let's skip a little bit so they start talking. I mean, but this is the one.
Think you feel?
Yes. He was the person who just filled an empty void for me. So I felt that a part of me was missing.
When you broke up, you felt the part was missing? Is that what you're saying?
When they first told me to stop seeing him, stop talking to him, I felt like a part of me was missing, and I fell into a little bit of depression.
Okay. How did they find out?
One day when my mother came to pick me up, she saw me with him. He had dropped me off.
Okay. Dropped you off.
At Pacific Mall, and my mother was coming to pick me up from Pacific Mall.
Okay. And somehow they saw each other, I guess?
Oh, my mother saw me hugging, kissing goodbye.
Okay. That gave it away. What happened next then?
I tried to bring him home. My mother at first was like, bring him home, let us meet him. When I brought him home, they automatically didn't like him for some reason.
Okay.
And that's when they told me to stop seeing him.
Okay. So you were told to stop seeing him. So what happened then?
At first, I stopped for a while. But like I said, I just felt really empty and I felt just depressed.
Okay, guys. So what I think I'm gonna do is, like, she's going into like different ones. I just want to get her when. There we go. Cause I've seen this before. There we go. I think I just want to get her confessing. I just want to get the confession at this point. I need the bullshit. We saw that she did one because it's like, dude, she's like not even a teenager, so she kind of doesn't even really fit my. Well, there is no. Well, actually, I forgot. That's the information I'm gathering for something else. What am I talking about? She's like 28, dude. But I mean, so her parents had $15,000 in a safe. What else? They didn't like her boyfriend. She was lying to them about school.
I
She,
think her dad's still alive, right?
yeah, her dad's still alive. Yeah. Yeah, she was lying. Yeah, she was lying about she dropped out of high school. She lied about college. And like I said before, dude, she's like committing the ultimate Asian sin, bro. Dropping out of school. Whoa, buddy. That ain't right. That's dishonor on your whole family and all your ancestors. I love that movie. That shit cracks me up. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. I love that shit. All right. All right. Let me stop fucking around.
Easy on you. That's a true statement, right? You knew before that night that they were coming, right? Ken? It's not worth it anymore. It's hurting you.
She seems to be on the cusp of giving some form of admission, yet wants reassurance as to what it means for her own sake. She asks this question 9 times throughout this interrogation. It's one of the few things investigators can't actually lie about, as it's been used countless times in the past to get a case thrown out under misdirection. They can avoid the question, yet they can't afford any false promises with respect to sentencing.
I need to know the details. I can't even say. But I can tell you one thing is that we already know, so you can't change that.
Then why did you stop?
I know you did. But it got too far ahead of you, right? You didn't think this far ahead, did you? But once they came in, you couldn't stop it, could you? Could you? Jen?
Nah, I don't believe that. I absolutely believe that she could have easily stopped it. If she actually wanted to stop that, she could have easily been like, because look, those guys didn't really want to do it anymore. I'm not really. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I'm just saying. Yeah, they might have gotten greedy and stuff, and I think once their adrenaline was already rushing for it, yeah, that probably would have. But I still think that if she would have been like, no, but then at that point they're like, I don't know, like you're gonna get in trouble for armed robbery, but that's like if the parents decide that they're gonna press charges. I gotta get more blonde in my hair, guys. All right, okay, yeah. So let's turn this around. I'm just over here using my camera as a mirror.
Hmm?
Why did you stop?
I know. Why didn't they stop for you? Hmm?
I didn't know who they were.
But you were part of the planning, right? You have to tell me that part, and then we're going to work through it together. Do you know what I'm saying? You didn't want this. You wanted to stop it. You have to prove that to me now. Because at the end of the day, we have to stop this from happening to someone else. Right?
What happened to me?
Jen, we're going to have to deal with it one step at a time, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I need to know what you did. And then you and I are going to work through this together. Because the most important part of this whole thing is that we do the right thing for your mom. Right? I am her voice right now. I'm working for your mom. That's my job. And I have to get to the bottom of this for your mom.
Appealing to compassion isn't necessarily uncommon when the crime is first-degree murder, yet it can send a mixed message when a justification for the crime was a focus point early on. The detective takes his chance with it, which at first appears to work. Jennifer initially responds in a poignant manner, but you'll soon come to notice that her empathy, alongside her concern, is solely focused on herself.
But we got to start.
What happened to me?
Okay, I'm sorry. You guys are probably gonna be like, Bug, what the fuck? But honestly, why would she care about anybody else in that situation except for herself? I mean, you guys can be like, but I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, what at the end of the day, like, what it? Yeah, she's looking out for herself. Like, what? I'm not sorry for even saying that. Like I don't like who. Like, okay, look. Here's what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, what's up? Straight out of context. Yo, thanks for joining. So we're talking about Jennifer Pan right now, but I'm also like, look, I know it's like, oh, dude, why a Gypsy? Like, doesn't she feel bad for her mom? No, that's the thing we got to understand is that, like, look past it in a different situation. Like your brain might not work the same way, but I'm just being like realistic. Hey, how's it going, dude? I want you to come on one of my lives. Like, that'd be great. We should do that. We should set that up. I'm gonna email you if that's okay. I might know somebody that might know you. Anyway, I'm Bug. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so but like what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't, like, who cares who it is? Wade Wilson, Chris Watts, Nicole Kessinger, even though I know that she wasn't convicted or been charged with anything, just whatever. Amber Fry, Scott Peterson, Gypsy, if I didn't already say Gypsy, Casey, if I didn't already say Casey, OJ, Ted, Jeffrey. Why the fuck would they care about anybody else but themselves? Did they ever care about anything else other than themselves? No. Did they care about, because you got to think about it. Most people, it's for a selfish reason. And if they're like cereal, then it's a high. It's for them. It's not for anybody else. So why? So what? It's kind of like, oh, what? I'm supposed to look. I'm saying it like I'm trying to like kind of get in their brains. Like, oh, what? I'm supposed to feel bad for her? Why would I feel bad for her? She's gone. That's the way her brain is working. She's not. She's like what happens to me, bro? Like, this sucks. Like, all right, if I tell you guys like what happened, like how bad is it gonna be for me? Like, what is it? You know, like, just like really think about it. Like, don't be like, damn, they're like a really bad person. Damn them. How could they do that? I could never do that. Yes, you could never do that. But because they can do that, you got to think. I just don't understand that. Yeah, dude, they don't care about fucking anyone but themselves. They didn't even care about the people that they asked to do the crime. Ugh. Guys, come on. Let's get real, okay? All right, let's continue.
Well, I don't know at this point, okay, because I don't know what you're going to tell me other than that you were involved, but I need to hear it. What this all was a last-ditch effort to live your own life, to be your own person, to make your own decisions. Look at all your friends. Look at all the people around you. Does anyone else have a curfew for 9 o'clock at 24 years of age? You had no choice here, Jen. I know that. And anybody else in your situation would have done the exact same thing. The only thing different is...
No. What? Okay, what? Okay, what? Why did he say that? Okay, all right, I get it. He's trying to work her mind, but I'm gonna have to disagree there. Nobody else is doing that except for, actually, I have a huge list of people actually that have done this. A huge giant list of people. Well, I've been specifically looking up a different age group of people, but dude, people do this all the time. They literally, it's called patricide, and they murder, whether it be their mom or their dad, their parents, because of sometimes some really stupid reason, and sometimes not at all. Why is he planting the seed for her to be like, yeah, dude, anybody would do this, and if they were in your position? I mean, they had a curfew at 24. You should, yeah, definitely do this. Like, I mean, if I had a curfew at 24, like, what? Am I missing something?
Curfew at 24, are they paying like all of your bills and everything? I'll have a curfew. Fuck that shit.
I'm a curfew too. It might be annoying, but I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we know that she's not doing anything because she lied about everything. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the follows, guys. Sky over on YouTube said they would be doing a live stream of Wade Wilson at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Will you be over there later? Who's they? First of all, maybe, but who is they? And yeah, dude, I don't know, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, sometimes seriously, I be hearing some shit and I'm like, did anybody else hear that, or was it just me? He said that though.
And I would say that they'd have done it a lot earlier. They would have looked for a way out. When did you first start planning this? When was the final straw? What was the final straw? So that's what this is all about. Do you want to be a good person here?
Jennifer knows exactly what questions to answer and what ones to ignore. Anytime a question is non-incriminating, she gives a response. Yet when they are incriminating, she remains silent. She is no doubt feeling the pressure, but still very aware of the situation and the potential ramifications of her words.
Okay. And you know when a good person makes a mistake, they have to face that mistake, right? Right? What do you think should happen? I don't know. You're going to prove to people that you know what the right thing to do is. That's what is going to happen. That's what your mom wants right now. She's watching us here. She's wondering, is Jen going to make the right decision here? Is Jen, after all of this, going to come out on top doing the right thing? I'm here for you, Jen. I'm here for your mom. Well, you have to tell, it's one of those situations, you know what, we know that what you did, okay? But you have to be able to explain to me what happened, okay? I can't tell you what's exactly going to happen to you. You just have to be brave here. You have to be brave.
"3 hours, 20 minutes, and 26 seconds. The exact amount of time it took for Jennifer to display genuine emotion. The investigator would later testify this was the first moment the suspect was being authentic. He allows her to fixate on whatever thought brought this on, and remains completely silent for just under 2 minutes.
Sorry, didn't you?
Yo, like, I'm not even trying to I'm not even trying to like be racist or anything, but when they fast forward, it's kind of like The Grudge, or like even like The Ring. Like, it's like it's like yo, that shit's funny, man. This is not a funny situation, but
Just looked up into the camera. That'd be freaky.
just fast forwarded, like, it's just like dude. All right. With me, Matthew McConaughey over here. All right. Let's go.
They were supposed to take you? What? So we were supposed to take the whole family out? No, just me. What went wrong?
The detective now has one foot in the door. It's not an outright confession, but Jennifer has now admitted to planning the home invasion all along. And although she asserts that she was the intended target while her parents were meant to be spared, the information she has now given is enough to place her under arrest. Jennifer is no longer going home after this interview. The detective now presses for more information on the amended storyline. It's essentially step one of day one all over again, but from a more powerful position. He knows she is still lying, and now locks her into as many lies as possible within the new narrative.
What happened? Why did it change? Okay, what do you know? How come it was supposed to be you?
I was disappointed.
Okay, you made mistakes, but nothing that couldn't be corrected. So who did you get to do this then?
All right, well, she is a disappointment. There's that. That is absolutely fucking facts. That's the most factual thing that's been said this whole time.
Okay, and what's his number?
I don't memorize it.
She skirts around the questions surrounding her accomplices and gives multiple fake names. She stated that she got the number of the supposed hitman from an acquaintance named Rick, and that she took everything from there over the phone. It becomes apparent she doesn't want to give up, or even mention her boyfriend, so for the time being, the detective allows her to recount her amended narrative in the manner she pleases.
So what did you ask him to do then?
Come take me out and then leave.
Okay. Why did they do it when you were, when your parents were there then?
Never alone. It was nighttime.
Okay. So that meeting you had with Rick, you told him what you wanted?
No, I just said that I wanted, if he knew anybody who could take care of something that I needed.
And he said what?
Here's your number.
Did he have the number with him that day?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say he would do?
He just like told me to take care of it. Money you need.
So he does come into the house, and you're the obvious only young girl there, right? Okay. When he came to your room,
Yes.
what discussions did you have with the guy that came to your room? The real discussions you had, not what you told us.
Where was the money? And I showed him where the money was.
Okay. But he obviously said, I'm here to do what you asked.
He never said anything.
What did he say?
Just like hands behind your back.
Did he discuss ways with you how he would do it?
No.
Did you request any way for him to do it?
To make sure no one else was around.
Okay. Why didn't they do it the way you wanted?
I don't know. I asked them to take me with my mom when they took them away.
It doesn't seem to make sense.
I know, it doesn't make sense to me. Because I was supposed to be.
Okay. Can you sit up for a minute, Jen? Okay, look at me.
The detective wants an outright confession, and the
I want an outright confession too, honestly. Because that's what I'm literally waiting for, bitch. Like, I just want the damn confession, but I didn't want to, like, cut it off and be like, no, guys, because I'm ADHD means that you guys have to skip that part. Chris over here on YouTube says, she got 25 years, so how the hell did old Jip Jip get only 10? It's baffling. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, dude, seriously, man, like, I'm skipping this. Like, I'm skipping to the point when she gets the confession, because like, literally, I started the live on YouTube because I was like, ooh, guys, let's talk about cults. And, like, dude, that's all I want to talk about. And yeah, bro, like, come on, girl, just admit to it. It's not that big of a deal. You're just admitting them an attempt and conspiracy and a murder and being the mastermind of it. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Come on, just tell us. Seriously, just tell us.
I just want to talk to someone who can help me understand.
Okay, so who would that be?
I don't know.
So do you have a lawyer?
You said that you were on my side. And I was,
Okay, I am on your side, Jen. What would you like to do? This plan was for my parents.
The detective gets no further admission from this point forward, so he leaves Jennifer alone for 3 minutes to play with her hair before he comes back and charges her with first-degree murder.
Okay. As long as she's happy in her life, I'm happy with it.
I was going to get hurt. Of course
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Jen,
I don't know. I can't figure that out.
and actually not shoot the person they're supposed to shoot.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, why didn't you tell us this that night then?
You're scared.
Scared of what? Telling the truth?
Yes.
The good thing about this is your dad did live. And that went against the plan. if you could make this decision over, you would change it. Okay? You would change it. Right?
Of course. If I knew who was going to get hurt, of course
Okay.
I would.
Jen, you knew who was going to get hurt. That's the whole issue here. Okay, that's the whole issue here. You gave them the plan for your parents, right? That's all I need to hear.
No.
Jen, tell me what happened.
I told you what happened.
Okay, all of it.
You did.
Okay, all you have to do is tell me right now that, Bill, yes, I made a mistake.
So yes, I made a mistake.
This plan was for my parents.
The detective gets no further admission from this point.
All right, cool. She's busted. All right, so what did you guys think of Jennifer Pan? Oh shit, what am I doing? No, there we go. Either anybody, any side. So yeah, he's gonna come back in. He's gonna get like you're under arrest, and then it's gonna continue with the stuff. But I don't know, guys. I think it's pretty crazy. Yeah, because she got 25, and but once again, like we've talked about, you know, you might hate the fact that these people get off, but they got those good lawyers. So Mike Stanfield, hireable.
Is he a good lawyer, or is it? I don't want to be that person. Never mind.
Well, you know, they're all friends with each other. You know,
Well, I don't know if like her race has anything to do with it either.
if her what? Sorry.
Race.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. You know, no, that you're not being that person. No, that absolutely is a thing. I feel like I didn't even have to say it because I thought that was something that we already knew. But yes, if you guys didn't hear, Casey said her race has something to do with it. Oh yeah, we definitely know that. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, they all use the different. I mean, because someone was like, Chris, someone was like, because she used the victim card. Well, here's the thing is that Jennifer did too, because that's what he was playing on, the fact that Jennifer had a curfew at 24. Oh, boo-hoo. Her first chance at parole is after she spends her 25 years. The masterminds are more dangerous sometimes than I think the people sometimes that commit it. It depends on the person's state of mind, I would say. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I'm like kind of back and forth. Like, I'm not convinced that Nicholas would, like, if Nicholas Godejohn was let out, I'm not convinced. Like, and I'm not saying like just let him out like how Gypsy's out. Like, I'm saying like,
Nicholas Godejohn is easily manipulated, so I don't think he should be out. I think he needs a mental institute because he's so easily manipulated. So let's just say if they let him out and he gets manipulated again and does the same exact thing he did to Dee Dee because he was manipulated too. And
yeah,
he'll be
but
right back in prison.
yeah. For me, I'm saying that I think that he should be like in a halfway house and be on very tight security. And I also think that maybe he should have like an ankle.
Institution. I think those are sometimes worse than prison for people.
Yeah.
Drug them up and do some things to them that are questionable.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really for that whole criminal mental health situation, because that's not the moves. Have you guys ever watched the documentary Cropsey? That's interesting. Yeah, Chris over here on YouTube says, yeah, but remember that this also happened in Canada. Yes, it did happen in Canada, but still, she is still.
No, but Canada has weird laws because that one girl that did the girl under the bridge thing. You know, the girls, they had beat up that one girl, the Indian girl.
Oh,
under the bridge.
I forgot about that.
That person that did that is allowed to leave prison for the day and come back and at the end of the day. Like, she has children now.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, they do have weird laws, and I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I know anything. I just know that some shit is just like, what? All right. Oh yeah. I was like, what are we doing? All right. So what? All right, guys. So we're gonna start talking about some cults, and kind of what we're doing is kind of like doing a little bit of like diving in with like a little bit of gypsy stuff, kind of like like, so, Gypsy right now is the most famous, most infamous matricide person at this point in history right now. Well, there's big people in history, like I'm talking, not if we don't go back like hundreds of years, I'm talking about right now, like in the last decade. But the last, I would say even 50 years, like this is a big one. Let's see, the boys, there's two sets of siblings that did it. There's the oh my god, the Mendez brothers, and then there's also these two other guys. There's a lot of cases. But some of the patricide and stuff is adults doing it, because you can still commit. You don't have to be a teenager or anything. Like matricide is just murdering your mother, and like, you know what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter like how old or whatever. Because I feel like people are like, oh well, it doesn't matter. You could be an adult, you could be a kid, doesn't matter. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with that. But yeah, something about Gypsy. Something, I don't know, Gypsy, whatever. Does anybody else want to say?
I have things to do. I will be on Morbid's live if he's going live tonight. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, see you, Jess. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, so anyway, I guess who to start with? All right, guys. So we all know. Well, I guess we'll do Charles Manson. We'll start with Charles. We know about Charles Manson. I don't really know how I want to do this. Like, I guess we're just having an open discussion about different cults and stuff. But it's like, what do we look at? What do you guys want to like watch? Like, if I show you guys something. Oh, dude, actually, I know, because some of these are really funny, but they're not funny because it's like, dude, all right. Charles Manson is wild. He's a wild dude. Guys, if anybody's bouncing back and forth between mine and Hello Starlight's live, can you guys tell her I said hey? And if I end at any point in time, at any point before she ends, then I'll hop over there. But it's already almost 3, so I'm actually not going to stay on too much longer, because YouTube, I know I haven't been on here too long, but I have been on TikTok for a while. We're going to watch a little bit of this guy, a little bit of Jim Jones, kind of go over and just be like, look, guys, look at all these different cults and stuff. And then I just kind of want to see, because we're just talking about how, like, all the different, basically we're talking about how they're being sexualized and stuff. And then they just got into like the cults and like the conspiracies. So like Charles Manson's quite interesting, because he did some violent things and some really bad things and great people and did all types of things like that, and like rugged people and stuff like that. But he didn't actually do any of the other things. But there were some heinous crimes that he was behind. Very, very intense. Guys, thanks for all the likes. You guys are super amazing. Crystal, welcome back. All right, guys. Well, let's continue watching. Everybody that's here and that's still here, thank you so much. So much. All right, yeah. So there's a little bit of this interview, and then we'll skip over to the next guy.
Let me back in.
I didn't use the word desperate. That's your word, Charles.
Yeah. Well, your inflection and your voice tones were implications there.
Well, you use the word maniacs on the outside. How are you different from the maniacs on the outside? And why do you call them maniacs? Because you know something? They think you are one.
Yeah, it would reflect. If you hold the negative up to the light, you don't see the light, you just see the negative. So I'm a reflection of your negative. There's no doubt about that. And I can handle that also. I've been handling, ain't I?
I don't know, have you?
Well, I've been up and down these damn hallways, in and out of these nut wards for the last 10 years. You think you could follow that act?
Don't want to follow that. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. But why do you want to get into that?
Well, what crowd?
What
crowd you playing for? Huh? I'm playing for my life. You working for money.
What does that mean? You're playing for your life?
I'm working for my life, mister. I'm not playing for money.
What do you mean you're working
for keeps?
What do you mean you're working for your life?
I'm playing for real.
What does that mean? You're playing for real. How are you
that's
playing for your life?
That's something you can't buy.
When you say you're playing for your life, am I to assume that you think that someday you're going to get out of here?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Where would I go? Let's see.
What would you do if you got out of here?
I got out of here.
What if they said to you tomorrow morning, Charles, hey, listen, you're free. You can go wherever you want to go. Do whatever you want to do. What would you do?
I'll probably go out front on the grass and sit down.
For how long?
For right now. How long? I could put a track record on it, or I could put a computer
Come
on
on
it.
down. No, come on down. Get off computers, get off tracks. If you got out of here, there are a lot of people who think you'd go start killing people again.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys are misinformed. I haven't killed anyone.
What about Shay?
What about him?
Well, what about him?
He got killed.
Well, the word is you killed him. Word is you stabbed him. What does it feel like to kill somebody?
Word is that you're an old woman. Word is you have turkey in the sky. Word is, I don't know what word is. Somebody else tell you that. I didn't tell you that.
Did you kill Shay?
Hell no.
Did you cut Hinman's ear off?
Hell yes.
How'd that feel when you cut his ear off?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Charles he's different. He's like, well, did you do this? He's like, nah, hell no. Like, did you do that? No, dude, I didn't do it. He's like, did you do that? No, yeah, I did do that. Hell yeah, that's mine. That's me. I did that. Guys, remember, they don't feel empathy. And this is dude, these guys, cult leaders, they're intense because they're not just masterminds, dude. And like Charles is crazy because it's like, dude, he was able to convince these people to murder the shit out of some people. And dude, not just little people, like famous as fuck people. I think a lot of people understand that Charles Manson was actually very much so in with some high profile famous people like Beach Boys and Sharon Tate, who's an actress. She was one of the ones that got murdered. She was pregnant. Very intense stuff. But yeah, do you see how he's like, no, that was me, bro. That was me. Like, I did that. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, but anyway, so guys, thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for all the shares. You guys are amazing. Let's keep going with Charles.
I feel bad.
Truth is fun, though. Isn't the truth fun now when you okay, sure. You cut his ear off. What did it feel like?
Fun? My goodness.
What did it feel like when you cut his ear off? Tell me about it. Come on.
What did it feel like?
Yeah.
Well, I had done what he said for about 20 years. I'd done everything he told me to do. And I got to thinking, now, why don't this guy do something I tell him to do? And he said, no. I said, well, how comes I'm always doing what you tell me to do, but then you never do what I say do? And
what was that? What'd you say?
I said that I'd rather just talk instead of type.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That works. Do you have anything you want to say so far?
Wasn't there a movie made or based on him?
Yeah, there's quite a few movies. There's actually, hey guys, there's actually, damn dude, I think it's called, I feel like it's called Aquarius. And it has David Duchovny in it. But here's the thing, the show got canceled, like on the last episode that they aired was, the nights that when the detectives go in and they're like going through Sharon Tate's house and like examining the crime scene, and then that's it. Like, unless I'm mistaken in something, I'm just missing something, but that was the last episode I saw on that. But that's pretty cool if you guys want to check that out. But after a little bit more of him, not gonna do his whole interview, just a little bit more, then we're gonna move on to anybody that you guys suggest in the chat. We will go all over the place for the little bit of time left that I got. Yeah, Ruby Frankie, I agree, was cult like. We can touch on that definitely for sure. All right, you guys watch a little bit more. I'm already got you guys flipped. But you guys can see me. That's why I didn't flip the camera. Anyway, let's.
He said, well, blah, blah, blah. So I said, now you do what I say. And he said, no. I said, you do exactly what I say. And he said, no. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. You do exactly what I say. And he said, wow, where'd you get that? I said, I got it from my father in prison. He gave it to me. I had a little charm bracelet I used to carry it on when I was about that big.
Mm-hmm. So skip that for a second. Yeah. Why was it so important for him to do what you say?
Because I fucking told you so. Like, didn't we just go over this earlier, guys? Like, just do what I say. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, it's not that serious. Just do what I say. Except it is really serious because he was asking him to do all types of crazy shit. Like, they were like rug mules and like, dude, they were doing all types of shit. They were criming. Like, they were straight criming. He is so wild, dude. He's so wild.
Why do you like having people do what you want them to do? Why do you want to control them, Charles?
Wait a minute. No, I was asked. The dude asked me, says, you my brother? I said, yeah, I'm your brother. He said, how much are you my brother? I said, completely. See, if I'm going to explain it to you, it's not going to be that easy. So you're going to have to bear with me. So Bobby said, he was a young dude, and he said, I'm your brother. I said, okay.
Bobby?
I'm your brother. Beausoleil. I just got out of prison.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt you for a second.
Yeah, well, then we're gone with that.
No, because you're getting on
Then
the...
we'll go to another one, and then they make me look crazy.
No. You can make yourself look crazy, Charles. I can't make you look crazy, and please believe me.
All right.
Hey, you guys know something? Like, dude, this guy is great. This is, media goes back and forth, and like mainstream media is such ass these days. Especially, I mean, it's always propaganda and all the stuff through history and all that. But this guy, he is hitting him with some real questions, and I love that. He's hitting him with some real questions, and then he's like, "No, I asked you. This is the question. Stop talking about that. I don't care about that. I asked you this question," and I like that. I wish that we had more of those hardballers out here these days. Because best believe if I was to ask questions like in a real interview, if it was like something like if I had to interview like a politician, bro, I'm asking those questions. Like if it's somebody that needs hard questions asked to, I would ask those questions. I don't give a fuck. And also I'm like, bro, just answer the question. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like you have a certain thing that you want to live up to or whatever, but dude, there's some things like, bro, answer the fucking question. Just stop. All right. A little bit more of him. Let's see if he gets. We'll let him go through this last little bit right here, and then we're on to the next. And the next is gonna be, you'll see.
I believe you, and I'll put it in my left-hand pocket for later.
Let me take you back to you wanting this man Hinman.
I cut to do zero off because he was over Bobby, and Bobby was a youngster and really didn't know what the hell he was doing, and he was a kid, and he never had no man show him nothing. See. So I was telling the boy, I said, the guy, he says, you got my money. I said, go and get the money or leave him alone.
You're taking me to another story.
No, I'm trying to tell you the same thing, and we'll be here for 1,000 years and let me finish.
No. We won't be here for that long at all if you'll just speak to this one point.
What is it? Why cut the dude zero off, man? That's the point.
I didn't ask you that. I said, why was it important to you to make Hinman do what you wanted him to do?
Because
and if one follows your and if one follows your story through the times on the ranch down in Southern California, it was important for Charles Manson to be a leader, to have people follow him.
Come on, district attorney. See, you've been full of brainwash. That's a district attorney. I'm nobody's leader, and I'm nobody's follower. I got a parole officer. I got a sleeping bag and a guitar, and I'm staying at an old blind man's ranch. And that's about the extent of it. All this occult, all that hocus-pocus stuff that you guys are playing, I don't know nothing about all that.
You know nothing about something called Helter Skelter. You know nothing about...
Yeah, I know about Helter Skelter. It was a song that some people sang.
And that's all it was.
And some other kids picked it up in their minds. And they said, what do you think Helter Skelter is? I said, well, I get out of the penitentiary in the 50s, and everybody's going thump, 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 and they're walking like that. I get locked back up. I get out in the penitentiary in the 65, and it's going thump, 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 thump. And I get locked up again, and I come out in the 69, it's going thump, 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 thinking, wow, man, wow.
Wow, what? Come on,
well, I was a beatnik in the 50s before the hippies came along. You know, I cut a rut down through Acapulco, and I smoked Acapulco before you knew what it was. And I lived in the Tombs, and I was in the Cook County Jail in Chicago.
Yo, dude, this motherfucker is wild. All right, guys, we can keep watching him, but so the next on the list is Jim Jones. So this right here is going to be Jim talking. He's preaching at the People's Temple. And then I have another one of him having an interview which turned into complete chaos, and a few people were murdered because they were like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So this is him, Jim, Oh, Laura Lynn, thank you. Thank you. Yes, don't bug the bug. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. You guys are so amazing. I can't believe it. We're actually almost at 30,000 likes on TikTok. You guys are so awesome. This was not even a planned live, and we're just over here hanging out. This is great. Everybody, thanks for being here. Does anybody have anything they want to say before we move on to Jim? Anybody?
No,
Okay.
his chin was a little outrageous. Did you see his chin? It was so big.
Yeah, he's like the Crimson Chin for sure.
Crimson chin.
All the following scenes were filmed within the guarded confines of the People's Temple in Los Angeles, the Reverend Jim Jones presiding. This is crazy. Oh.
Now with each of you, in a fond embrace, a salutary kiss of greeting to your neighbor, let's fill this atmosphere with warmth and love. How much I love you. Now as we meditate, God is love. Love is a healing remedy. We're going to reach out to areas where man has seemed to have difficulty. As we concentrate that the gifts of the Holy Spirit might function, or what the secularists might speak of as the paranormal, let us believe.
That's, yeah, go ahead, Casey, go ahead.
What the heck is wrong with these people? I cannot imagine. Like, they just look like little zombies. Like, this is scary shit, man.
Yeah, they're like possessed. It's crazy. And this is before Jonestown. So I'm showing you guys this stuff really quick. Well, not really quick. I'm showing you guys this stuff. And then I'm going to go to this other interview when they're actually at Jonestown, which is a few years later. We're going to deep dive into Jim Jones on a different episode, on a different live. We'll watch more stuff in depth. But this, I just want to show you guys a little bit of his people that already were following him and all the shit.
Let us believe.
Let me turn my thing around.
Sister Ingram.
And he's very inclusive. So he's
concerned about the losing
interracial churches, even though
losing of your sight. You're not able to see me clearly. Things just blur to you. You have to stumble around lately through crowds and are not able to see even people's faces close up to you clearly. That's true. You've told me nothing about your condition. Is that
No,
correct?
I haven't.
Give that little sweetheart a little bit of love. Thank you, baby. Peace. Now, take your glasses off. Just dare in our faith. We've seen Sister Brown here who was blind, totally healed. We saw one of our sisters blind from her childhood. It could be hysterical blindness, whatever. We're not concerned. She was blind and could not see. Now, look at my face. I'm going to hold up some fingers. You concentrate hard. I love you. The people love you. And most importantly, Christ loves you. What do you see? How many fingers?
3.
Bruh. You guys. You're fucking kidding me. Y'all. Sorry, I was eating Swedish fish. Have y'all ever seen have y'all ever seen like those super churches and shit and those like nowadays people that do it? It's like it's even worse now than it was then. It's like, bro, that was the weakest fucking all right. Like I know you guys on YouTube can't see me, but it's like, all right, it's like, all right, take off your glasses. Okay. And it's like, all right, now look at me. It's like, okay. And she's like squinting and shit. And it's like, okay. And she's like, and he's like, what do you see? And she's like, well, not shit. And he's like, well, look harder. And she's like squints harder and she looks off to the left and she's like, all right, cool. And they're like giving her the okay. They're like, now, fucking do it now. And he's like, all right, now, ma'am, what do you see? And she's like, 3. And they're like, it's fucking 3. Like, even if she was blind, you know, like, it's fucking 3, dude. I don't know. All right, so that's just like to show you like the different like dumb shit that they would do. And so now I have this other one. This is the okay, so this is literally a promo for Jonestown. So this is like something that they would like show to people, be like, yeah, join us. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
That's their lovely little house, and it's so darling inside. Maybe we can take a walk out there and see it. We built that just for them. They wanted a house. There's a dog, their dog laying underneath it. So comfortable. I remember this is the rainy season, so everything will look wetter and less beautiful than it does during the dry season. There's more of the trees that have been cut ready for marketing. Cleared hundreds and hundreds of acres. Chickens. The black chicken is a mixture of barred. The white is called a big white. It's unique to the Socialist Republic of Guyana. It's a broiler chicken. It's very large, larger than our chickens. And these black chickens are very good layers. They'll be kept for laying purposes, so we'll have plenty of eggs. We have our own hammer mill that makes the grain and separates it. Now we are providing all the grain for both our pigs, which are numerous in the 30s now, and for the chickens. And then we have a separator for the corn separator. And this has been made by Jim Bogue. He's so glad, of course, to see his natural...
I'm sorry, but the separate the corn separator.
born son that came down this time in June 1976 to be on the project. They're moving rapidly to try to build housing.
Outside, shooting into the inside of our generator housing. There's our electrical control panel. The end of the barrel there is where we keep our oil for the generators. There is our main generator, and it is running at the present time. Father provided this power plant for us. It's a 37.5 kVA unit, and it is our main primary unit. Then for economic reasons, right there behind the oil drum rack, you'll see a smaller generator. That's the one we run at night. When we shut down the workshop and we do not need...
Oh shit. I said that with YouTube muted. I was just saying, what a fucking shitty camera. Dude, imagine having a video camera back in the day though. That'd be so cool. Like you know, not everybody had them, so I'm just joking because he had like some pretty good quality shit. But goddamn, it's so crazy how technology has changed, isn't it?
Do you ever watch like old movies? Like I was watching like Nightmare Before Elm Street, and like the quality is so bad. I just remember being so scared when I was a kid, but then I like watch it now and I'm like, this is humorous. This freaking quality sucks so bad.
Yeah, dude, but like, all right, so I'm like wild. So I'll find really old movies. So like, let me turn this around. So I actually found like an old. So you know, you guys know how like our favorite version of Wizard of Oz came out in 1939. Well, there's actually a version that came out in 1929, and that is a fucking riot. That shit, it's like guys, I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. There's one black guy in the movie. And when they're doing like the opening credits, what is the black guy doing? What is he doing? He's stealing a watermelon from Dorothy and her uncle and aunt's farm. Well, Uncle Henry's farm and Aunt M's farm. And he's stealing a watermelon. He works for them, but he's stealing a watermelon and opening it up while he's in the field eating it, which means he's stealing it. And I'm like, wow. But I continued to watch it. It was really crazy. Wizard of Oz 1929. You guys should check it out. It's
Look for it.
quite interesting. I also watched this other movie. It's on Netflix. It's like was made in like 1912. Fucking, I don't remember what it's about. It's fucking weird. All right. So this is almost the end of this is literally a promo. Like, it's so funny. Like, you look at old music videos and stuff, like before they really understood like what you do in a music video, or like, you know, it's like the weirdest shit put together. Anyway.
All of the electricity required to run the root shop and the clothes dryers. We switch over to this smaller generator at night, thereby saving on our fuel consumption. I'll step inside and we'll get another shot of the generator.
What you hear in the background is that of the generators.
High voltage lines, of which we erected here in Jonestown, here in Jonestown.
Erected. Wait a minute. How are you gonna get your own? Yo, do you guys see what I'm saying? How are you gonna get your own damn city wrong? All right, this guy gets on some heavy shit too. So then it gets to a point where Jim, so he buys some property in Ghana and tells these people, hey, this shit's gonna be great. Like, this is paradise. We grow our own fruit, we grow our own food. Everybody, it helps everybody. It's a community. Man, these fucking people get here and it is not paradise. It's hot as hell. It's hot as hell. There's not enough food. There's not enough this. There's not enough that. It's just really run down, really bad environment. It's not good. And like, people are not allowed to leave here. No, not allowed to leave here at all. I don't care. Well, there's actually one point in time where they come. This is the day of it, but here's Jim talking. Jim's on some crazy drugs, dude. Rugs, whatever. YouTube, I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't presenting it to you guys. Sorry. I was like, why did it get so big? What? That's what she said too. Damn, I'm getting myself today. Zing. Got him. Damn, I'm getting myself good. All right, guys. So, yeah.
You know that this man, for whatever reason, one of the people in your group.
People play games, friend. They lie. What can I do about lies? Are you people going to leave us? I just beg you, please leave us. Bill, we will bother nobody. Anybody wants to get out of here can get out of here. We have no problem about getting out of here. They come and go all the time. I don't know what kind of game. People like people like publicity. Some people do. I don't. Some people like publicity. But if it's so damn bad, why is he leaving his son here? Can you give me a good reason for that?
When word got out that people were leaving, all hell broke out.
You bring those kids back here! Hold on a second. You bring them back! 1 second.
To this airstrip, we realized these people catch up from the people from Jim Jones. They're very close lieutenant to Jim Jones. These three guys, they get off the truck, walk around this area as though they were looking for somebody. They look in people's faces. They stare at us for a little bit, but they didn't say one word, didn't ask anything. Right away, walk back to the truck. They drove this truck all the way across.
Excuse me. I think it's a congressman, I believe. he goes there and he's like, all right, so that's who's filming that part that we just watched. Like that documentary that got cut off. It's being filmed by, I can't remember his name, but dude, they end up, those people that were getting on that plane, those guys walking around with the pews, they end up using them. And they're like, hell no, nobody's leaving here. Yeah, he does look like Elvis a little bit. All right, so that's Jim. All right, guys, who's next? I only have a little while longer. I feel like I wanted to go over at least one more before I got off of here. All right, one more cult. Waco? Let's do Waco, because it was said earlier. What? Oh, I typed it in the wrong spot. Stop sharing. All right. I hope everybody's doing cool. Welcome in Time Hop with G. Nice picture you got going on over there. Does anybody have anything that they want to say? Anybody? I don't know what you guys are talking about over here. Sorry. All right. Yeah. So this was said earlier. Dude, I don't even know how we ended up. Like, we really were just like, we're like, yeah, this is. You guys want to just do the siege? Oh. All right. I can't remember which one. Oh, I'm spelling it. Why am I spelling it like that? When I know damn well. I think I'll just do the siege. I don't really remember full on, like, I don't remember the full on, like, thing, but it's like a lot of crazy stuff. Let me watch a couple things on this and then I'll go over that. I really do want to go over that. I want to update my brain with it. Because I want to be able to be like, who's another? I can't think. Cult leaders. You know who's part of a cult? This bitch. I know it might not seem like the same thing, but this bitch is definitely in a cult. But she's not a cult leader. Does anybody got a suggestion for a cult leader? Because I want to watch something. Like, I need a cult leader. Who's another cult leader that's good? Oh, duh. What am I doing? Warren Jeffs. I literally was like, what? All right, Warren Jeffs interview. That's what we'll do. God, guys, come on. This guy is a polygamist, guys, so just trigger warning. Just want to let you guys know. I'm looking to see. Oh, God, it's so nasty. I'm not. Oh, it's what's her face. Okay, I don't. Sorry about that, YouTube. I love Annie Elise, but I don't want to play her stuff over here, and I certainly don't want to play it over there. In fact, there's something I need to do. Boom, right there. Fair use. Put that up for a second. Okay, that's pretty cool that they have her talking on here. She is amazing. I hope to one day be bumping like her channel. Her shit is lit. Warren Jeffs is a bad guy. So I just want to show you guys like that beginning part right there, because you guys needed to understand, like, 85 wives, 53 kids. First of all, let's get real. Who got time for that? I don't got time. That's a lot. But guys, like, they pick and choose, basically. Like, they pick and choose which one of their families they're gonna, like, be more involved with. That's the thing. That is way too much. That is way too much to get into. That's just too much to get into. I think I'm gonna jump off of here, you guys, for the day. If you guys are cool with that. It's about that time I wanted to start chilling. I know we went over just a little bit of stuff, but I'm gonna try to be in Sir Morbid tonight, and also Hello Starlight is live right now. So after I jump off of here, I'm gonna see what's going on in there. Thank you so much, everybody. Does anybody want to say anything? TikTok, you guys are the only panelists that I have right now. So you guys want to say bye to everybody? If you have anything left that you would like to say before I go?
No, we're good. I'm good. We'll see you probably later on, though.
Yes, yes. I know I have to do something tonight, and I don't know what time it'll be when I
do
get
want to
home.
give a tip to all the ladies out there.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
just came back from the restroom and I got dressed in the dark this morning. Put my panties on in back inside out.
And so what's your advice to these ladies that dress in the dark?
Just don't get dressed in the dark. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this? Why doesn't it feel right? Looking like they're on inside outwards. That's great. But that's my life. That's not the first. I'm sure it won't be the last.
Damn. Well, guys, don't get dressed in the dark if at least use your cell phone light, because you don't want that to happen to you, because that can be awkward. Ooh, that'll be cool. So I have some stuff that I want to pull up for Warren Jeffs next time. I know it says cults, but we did do 2. Just wanted to give you cult leaders, just go over a couple cult leaders, but Waco's definitely on the list for next. Warren Jeffs going to continue. And guys, I know it says talk about Gypsy, but we kind of just sprinkle Gypsy in, and we sprinkle Gypsy in during the lives because my official videos are Gypsy based, and once my official videos don't have to be Gypsy based anymore, but that's why my lives are all over the place, because it's just I can't just have people coming here and being like, is this all you talk about? No, it's not. Not even close. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. You guys, for TikTok people, you guys can go on to the bio and go to my YouTube. There's a shop there. The shop will also be available for you guys on TikTok there. Whatthebug.com is actually and has been a thing, but I'm working on it, changing some things up, doing updates, getting new photo shoot done, blah, 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 blah. Adding the fact that I cover all this. Bop Bop Bang Bang shirt I'm working on too, guys. And I swear, I know I keep saying it, I'm going to put music on my YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, guys. Much love to everybody. All right, guys. Like I said, oh my God, my friend there texting me. Yeah, all right, guys. Laurelyn, thank you so much for the super chat. You are amazing. Everybody, thank you so much for getting all these likes, all these shares, all these follows. You guys are so amazing. I appreciate everything. TikTok, I'm gonna hang out for a little while longer. YouTube, thank you so much. As always, have a great day, everybody. Be safe, do your thing, and you always know I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. Let's do this. I'm out. I'm out of here. Well, at least for you guys. Bye-bye.